So I've decided I'm just going to record those lines again for the video on my own time. That way they're, you know, better. Back to shiny hunting the same Pokemon? Absolutely. We still have yet to get a second shiny Patrat. So until we get that second one, yeah, enjoy seeing the same thing over and over. So I forgot to mention this. The other day when I was beating up Incineroar, I forgot to mention this. That day, I had caught a shiny Ghastly in Pokemon Go. Unless I did mention that and I forgot. I don't think I did mention it. And something else to mention after. After that... Hold on, let me just make sure that it's straight, which it's not. Ah, good enough. It's barely focused, too. Okay, so that night, afterwards, when my friends were over to chill, I got the second shiny Minior. I got shiny orange Minior that night. And then, earlier today, I got shiny yellow Minior. So it seems like I'm getting them every other day. I got the pink, or red, shiny Minior 6 days ago. Wait, no. Is that right? Or was it 4 days ago? Crap. Today... No, it was 4 days ago. 4 days ago, I got the shiny pink Minior. 2 days ago, I got the shiny orange. And today, I got the shiny yellow. So I've started hunting for the green one. Literally, right now, I'm also hatching for green shiny ones. I gotta say, like, the orange and yellow one, they look damn near the same. And seeing orange and then yellow for 4 days... It's so weird now seeing green, and it's like, wow, this is drastically different. Alright, so, I have a couple of things to talk about today. We have quite a handful of topics. First of all, how's everyone doing? It's been a couple days since I last did this, because I had Incineroar to beat up. Did I get any shinies today aside from the Minior? I don't think so. I didn't get any shinies in Pokemon Go. Doing good? That's great to hear. Okay, so, what do I talk about first? First, let's see. Wouldn't it be crazy if I got a first egg shiny? That'd be fantastic. Come on, shiny! Damn it. What have I been up to? What was I up to? Not much. Work over the weekend. Shiny hunting Minior. That's about it. Nothing really interesting happened in my life these couple days. Well, I suppose I should talk about this first. Nothing interesting at work? Thankfully not. Unless my rage stories about annoying customers is interesting, then thankfully no. Alright, let me talk about this first. So, yeah, 2 days ago when I was kicking Incineroar's ass, and I mentioned that I did that during the day, so that at nighttime, my friends wanted to come over. And then when they did come over, that's when I got the shiny Minior. Like, literally right as my friends sat down, and, you know, switch in hand, shiny hunting like I always do. Man, my friends are always fed up with me shiny hunting whenever I'm with them. Every time we hang out, I got something in my hands shiny hunting. They're fed up with me doing that. Anyways. So, something that came up in topic was that they don't understand the grind. Exactly. Time not spent shiny hunting is time wasted. That could have been time spent getting the shiny. If you're not spending time getting a shiny, you're wasting time. Anyways. So, a topic came up. The news kind of broke in my group, my friend group, because, you know, it's only relevant to my friend group. Okay, that didn't come out right. So the news is that yet another person that we knew from high school has gotten engaged. That is now the third person that I knew from high school who is now engaged. And I'll say the same thing I said about the other two. I'm happy for him. This time it's a guy. The other 2 times was girls. I'm happy for him. Like, you know, congrats to him. But, like, damn, that's now the third one. That's 3 people I've known from high school who are now engaged. And, you know, I'm happy. I'm happy for him. Congratulations. Best of luck. Like, best wishes to them. All of them. But damn, that, once again, because this is the third time, it really got me thinking, like, these were people I once knew. You know, these are people my age. And they're already getting engaged, moving on with their lives, and then that leaves me thinking, like, damn, what am I doing with my life? Everyone's moving on with their lives, getting on to the next chapter, and then I'm just here. You can see exactly what I'm doing. So, 3 people now that I have known in the past who are already engaged. That really gets me thinking, like, oh my god, the longer I wait, the harder it's going to be. Something that a lot of my friends will never have because they don't have a sister is that, well, in my life, my mom and sister, they constantly tell me, you know, you should date early, and, you know, you get a better chance at marrying because of that. Because if you wait too long, because they keep on telling me that, you know, girls have this internal clock, which is true. They want to have kids by a certain age, because if not, then it's bad for the health, blah blah blah. Like, yes, that makes sense. So around that age, like, you know, late 20s to early 30s, if you're looking for a partner then, well, your chances have significantly reduced, because by then, well, all the women have already been taken. They're already settling down, getting married, ready to have kids, and if you're at that point looking for someone, it's like, well, you're kind of too late. So that's why they keep on telling me to date early, and well, I haven't exactly been doing that. Listen, I don't get many chances, okay? If I'm not at home, I'm at work. I'm clearly not gonna hit on the customers, because, yeah, I just, no. I don't need to explain why I can't do that. So, something that I mentioned before, that I was supposed to do, like, damn near a year ago, like, not say damn near, exactly. It's been a year since I was supposed to do this. So, it took 3 strikes to finally get me out, you know. This third person I once knew getting engaged really got me thinking, like, alright, like, time to get off my lazy ass. And time to finally do it. And that thing is I finally downloaded Hinge. And I haven't started using it yet. Dating apps, when you first sign up, you gotta put in a lot of information. Your name, your age, the golden question. When I first saw this, I'm like, ah yes, the golden question. How tall am I? And I sent it to my friends, and they were just like, lie. Who cares? Lie. You're 7 feet tall. It's like, damn, I wish. I'm not trying to catfish anyone, so I had to be honest and say 5'6". I'll be honest, I might even be 5'5". I have no idea. Not about to get a measuring tape out and confirm. See, do dating apps? See, that's the thing. I never wanted to do dating apps. You know, it's just a... Oops. It's kind of just like a testament of this time and era. You know, I really would have preferred like the old ways of meeting someone. Maybe, you know, meeting someone on the streets and then getting to know each other. Yeah, that's not happening. Or maybe the way anyone but you opened up. Yeah, let's face it, that's not happening. Let's just be honest, that's not happening anymore. So, it makes sense that there were a lot of questions to fill out when starting a dating app. You know, it's like, I can't believe this is a norm these days, but you know, I'm not trying to get canceled here. It's like pronouns and ethnicity, religious beliefs, political beliefs. I can't believe that stuff has to be on dating apps, but you know, it kind of makes sense. It makes sense that they need to be on dating apps. Can you focus? There we go. Alright, so I don't even know if I'm gonna pronounce this word right. There was a question where it was like, what are you looking for? It was like monogamy? Monogamy? M-O-N-O-G-A-M-Y. I think I spelled it right. I don't have the word in front of me. And it's like you're looking for like a committed relationship instead of, you know, like an open-ended relationship where you're okay with each person dating other people at the same time, like you're both okay with that. No. You got shiny Charizard or what? So I had to freaking look up what the word meant. Matter of fact, hold on. I took a picture and I sent it to my friends. Hold on. Let me find it. Okay, here it is. What type of relationship are you looking for? Monogamy? I have no idea how to pronounce that word. Okay, then I sent them a screenshot of what the definition is. The practice or state of being married to one person at a time. So, yes. So I ticked that. I checked that as what I'm looking for. And then there's literally like a default, like suggested info, like bio, to describe like what it is you're looking for. The default suggested said, I'm looking for a primary partner to live with, but I don't mind if they date other people casually. I thought I ticked off yes to monogamy. As in, yes, one relationship at a time. I thought I ticked that. Anyways, I digress. So, there was the option to, like, in your own words, explain what you're looking for in a person. Now, I didn't want to be, you know, me, and say something like, I'm looking for someone who would just put up with me. But then again, it's like, if I put in what I truly look for If I put in what I truly look for in someone, yeah, I don't think I will get many matches. Oh, what am I doing? These eggs aren't even hatched yet. I had one. You know, I'm not trying to put in that bubble bass meme. Let me look it up real quick. I gotta find that bubble bass meme. Hold on. so I can properly read out what it says. That's not it. My God, where is it? Okay, here it is. Here's the bubble bath meme. I'm not trying to put this under my bio of what I'm looking for. She's gotta be skinny, thick-ass, big tits, low maintenance, no male friends, have a job, cook, clean, and give head, or she ain't got a chance with me. There's literally a meme of bubble baths with that. Please don't take that out of context. Now, I'm not trying to put that as my bio. I mean, like, what am I supposed to say, right? First and foremost, I'm looking for someone smart, given, you know, just how incapable I am in life. Look at my grades. Look at how many times I failed college. That alone will give you the answer. And obviously, I would also like to find someone who shares the same interests with me. God damn it, you clipped that. Whatever. The internet will be the internet. So yeah, obviously I would like to find someone who also shares the same interests with me, but where am I exactly supposed to put that? Maybe I'll figure that out later on. So it's like, what are my interests? Well, I love watching shows and movies. I'm a big nerd when it comes to Marvel, DC, Walking Dead. And you know, I enjoy an occasional, like, random one-off film every now and then. Or like a small film series. Doesn't need to be a big, interconnected world. I also am a big gamer. I mean, do you want me to put shiny, like Pokemon Shiny Hunter in my dating bio? I don't think that's a good idea. Do I have a favorite sport? No. I don't watch sports, I don't play sports, I'm not into sports. I never was, and probably never will be. Sorry. Okay, so other things, like, do I smoke? No. Do I smoke weed? Hell no. Do I do drugs? Absolutely not. I've said this before. You point a gun to my head and you say, take a huff of this or you die, just pull the trigger. I am not selling out. Do I do galaxy gas? Now there's the exception. No, I'm kidding. I don't even know what galaxy gas is. You know, a lot of people say, like, it's funny. They say it's funny that, you know, it's funny how I have such a hatred for smoking when my dad smokes. So a lot of people say, I would have thought, you know, that would have been an easy, like, gateway for you to get into smoking because your parent or role model does that. But no, you have this, like, surprising hatred towards it. And I'm like, yeah, I will never smoke. I will die before I smoke. There is no circumstance where I will ever smoke. Unless you threaten my kids, you know? So anyways, some other options that I had to tick off was like, what religion am I? Now, there was a big list of it. Majority of them I had never even heard of. And I'm just like, where's the option for no religion? Maybe atheism was there, and I just didn't see it. I just selected other. Assuming other meant, yeah, I don't have any religion I follow. I used to believe in God, not anymore. I have renounced that. And it's been a long time since I was like that. Why is that? Life. Life just happened. By the way, can you guys believe that spider is still there after like 6 days? It hasn't moved at all. Wait, no, it's... Well, I don't know how long it's been up there. It's been there this whole time. It hasn't moved at all. It might be dead. No. Guys. Let me just move this real quick and show you what I just got over here. Like, you can see the stream right there. Oh yeah, I just got the shiny Minior on the side. I got 2 shiny Miniors today. I got the yellow one today, and I just got the green one right now. Alright, how many eggs did that take? Because I can actually count. That took 5, 10, 15, 25 eggs. I really should have counted how many eggs Minior took. Like, just out of curiosity, in total. In total, how many eggs altogether did it take to get all 7 shinies? I really should have counted that. But then when I started, I already didn't count, so it's like, ugh, at that point, there's no reason to. So 25 eggs for a shiny green Minior. Yes! And now I go on to the part of the hunt where I am least interested in, the blue and indigo, because I don't know... Once again, I don't know why there are 2 different blues. One of them is just a darker blue. I don't know why on the rainbow we consider blue and indigo separate when one of them is literally just a darker version of the same thing. I don't know why we need 2 different blues to be separate. Like, couldn't the rainbow have just been 6 colors? Whatever. I don't make the rules. So, yeah. Back to my Hinge dating profile. So I haven't started using the app yet. I did all of that basic stuff, just, you know, information about me. Only thing now missing is pictures of myself. When it comes to Hinge, you must have at least 6 pictures of yourself before you can even use the app. Like, 6 pictures of yourself is the bare minimum. Without 6, you're not starting. And for 2 days, I've been hung up on, you know, just putting up those damn 6 pictures. Because I'll be honest, there's not a lot of pictures of me. Like, I don't really take pictures of myself. I don't have that good of a looking face to constantly be taking pictures of myself. And a lot of pictures of me, they're not a great shot. So I really had to dig to find, like, you know, the most recent pictures of me, like, that don't make me look too bad. Will we ever get a face reveal? I have a whole series where I played games with face cam. I did that for 11 months. But sure. For those who are new and haven't seen that 11-month-long series, yeah, I'll do a face reveal another time. I could literally flip the camera and show my face right now, but the lighting's not great. The lighting is dimmed, so this would look better, so it wouldn't look great. Anyway, so yeah. I really had to dig to find a couple of pictures of myself. Now, I need, approval first, because I sent whatever few pictures I had to some of my friends. One of my friends was like, maybe not this picture, not this one either. It makes you look kind of basic. You know, there's nothing interesting or nothing nothing entertaining about this picture. This picture just makes you look like, you know, a basic guy. Like, nothing really special or interesting. It just makes you look basic. I'm just like, okay, damn. So that one's not approved. Like the way Lionfield says, not approved. And then my sister, she, you know, she wants to see the pictures first also. Like, you need to look handsome because I want you to find someone. My family constantly asks me, when are you going to find someone? So yeah, I still need to do that. That's the final step I need. Choosing 6 pictures of myself, and then I can finally start dating. You know, it's the exact same thing with Tinder. I downloaded Tinder with the mindset of it never working. Like, I got Tinder without ever expecting it to work. And yeah, that's exactly how it played out. So I don't expect this to work either. I downloaded Hinge with no expectations in mind. I do not expect it to work. If it does work, I'll be happily proven wrong. But for now, I am using it without any expectations of it working. What's funny is the moment you download and start the app, it says the app's entire like slogan, its motto, and that is something like designed to be deleted. I'll see about that. I'll be the judge of that. We'll see if downloading this app, if it really is designed to be deleted. I shall see. You're 6'4"? Damn. Like, assuming you're not lying, must be nice. I will never know the life of never having to struggle reaching for the top shelf. You're about to turn 15 in 1 more week? Well, happy early birthday to you. Alright, so that's basically about it. I'm considering using, of all things, my graduation picture as one of my 6 pictures. I mean, it's like one of the only pictures of me where I look halfway decent. And you know, a graduation picture, sure, in reality that really doesn't mean much. It's not really worth anything, but hey, it's better than nothing. You know, the idea that I graduated, yeah, that's attractive, yes, right? It took 3 attempts, but I did. Let me just type something real quick to someone. Hold on. Okay, so I don't really have anything else to talk about my dry and lonely dating life. Hopefully that'll change soon, but I'm not holding my breath for that. So let me guys tell you about something. Earlier today, like So there's been this bubble tea that I've been wanting to try for a while, but I never wanted to actually order it. You're 5'8", you're already taller than me. And you're like a decade younger than me. Oh well. My cousin's taller than me, and he is a decade younger than me. So yeah, there's this bubble tea that I've wanted to try for a while, but I never wanted to order it. And that bubble tea is a honey green tea. Now the reason I never wanted to order it is because I can literally make it at home. As the name implies, it's just honey and green tea. I can literally make that at home. But today, out of curiosity and bad judgment, I decided to give it a try because, you know, YOLO, right? You only live once. You may as well try as much as you can before your one and only life ends. So, I decided, screw it. I'm just gonna try it, and if it is as basic as I think it is, then I just won't ever order it again. So, I tried it, and yeah, it is exactly what I thought it was. It was exactly just honey and green tea. I literally could have made that myself at home. Buying in Arizona would have been a better value than paying like $6 for that. But hey, at least I tried it. You know? I tried it, and now I can say I don't ever need to do this again. I don't ever need to buy this again, because it's literally just green tea and honey. It kind of tasted exactly like those bottled, sweetened green tea you would find at the supermarket. It tastes exactly like that. And you know, I probably should have expected this. So whenever I buy bubble tea, whenever I buy a drink, they ask you for your sugar level, like how sweet you want it to be. I always get 50% sugar. I probably should have guessed that, you know, instead of using sugar, it would just be honey to sweeten the damn drink. Because it's honey green tea, why would you need to add more sugar to it? So I should have guessed it was only the honey to sweeten the drink. I really should have guessed that. So I like usual, I asked for 50% sugar, and that translated to 50% honey. Damn, I really should have just asked for full honey. Do I know who Nikocado Avocado is? Funny you say that, because that is exactly one of the topics I wanted to talk about today. Well, the honey green tea thing is over. It was just a short little topic. So, something else I wanted to talk about, and I'm sure all of you by now have seen, Nikocado Avocado, he has taken the internet by storm these past 2 days. It's crazy to think, like, maybe it's just a huge coincidence. Recently, SunnyV2 posted a video on how Nikocado Avocado was, like, you know, like, being honest about how miserable he is. I forget where I saw this comment. Someone left a comment saying, can you imagine if he just, you know, stopped doing YouTube for a couple years and then came back completely jacked, completely swole, huge muscles, and then was like killing it on the violin again? How much respect he would get. Someone made a comment like that. I forget who it was, where I saw that. And then a couple days later, after the SunnyV2 video, Nikocado Avocado posted a video showing he lost all the weight. He had lost 250 pounds in the span of 2 years. And I have to say, it's honestly quite inspiring. It really is. As a, you know, relatively fat guy myself, it's pretty inspiring to see that in 2 years, losing 250 pounds, that is incredible. And I know how hard it is to lose weight, simply because I've never lost weight, no matter how hard I tried. And, you know, I know if I were to simply just, lock in, and for the span of, like, let's not even say 2 years, let's just say 1 year, because I don't have 250 pounds to drop. Let's just say in the span of 1 year, if I simply lock in, if I hardcore exercise and diet for a full year, yeah, I would drop all this weight. So, Nikocado Avocado, doing this entire weight loss, it is pretty inspiring. And you know, no, I'm not gonna ban anyone unless you're talking actual nonsense. So yeah, it's like, well, what's my excuse then? If he could do it, what's my excuse? I know this isn't an excuse, it's not a valid excuse, but, you know, I just don't like exercising. I just don't like working out. You have bodybuilders out there who love to bodybuild and work out, and then you have people like me who are the opposite end. I say we as if, I know anyone else like me. No, it's just me. I just don't like working out. I really don't. I tried it, you know, and I did it consistently for a while, but, you know, I just don't like doing it, so I just dropped it. I just hate exercising. I do not like doing it at all. And I know that's not an excuse. Not liking exercising isn't an excuse. Being lazy's not an excuse. Yes, I know. I agree with Jason Momoa. Unless I'm getting paid, I won't do it. But, you know, nobody's gonna pay me. Not a soul on this world is going to pay me to exercise. You know, Jason Momoa's lucky. He's a movie star. He gets paid to work out and look good for movies. If you don't believe me, look it up. He said in an interview, like, he doesn't like working out either, unless he's being paid to do so. I did try working out before. I don't like it. I mean, hey, it took 3 people I once knew to get engaged to inspire me. Like, okay, now, come on, stop wasting time, download this stupid app, download Hinge, and even if it doesn't work, try. Just start and try. Like, what's it gonna take to truly inspire me? Alright, get off your fat ass and start working out. If I ever sub, will you work out? I'll be honest, probably not. Like, nothing will change the fact that I just don't like it. Like, there's nothing that'll change my mind, change how I feel about it, and the fact that I just don't like doing it. And when you don't like doing something, you just don't do it. Unless we're talking about a job, of course, that's a different topic altogether. But, you know, once again, Nikocado Avocado losing 250 pounds in 2 years, that is inspiring. It really is. And, you know, the plot development is really insane too. So, turns out that for the past 2 years, the videos that he's been uploading were all recorded in advance. For the past 2 years, he's been drip feeding us videos. What happened? It froze. What happened? Uh-oh, what happened? The stream froze for a second there. Did it still freeze? Nope, it's good. So yeah, for the past 2 years, he has been drip feeding us videos. Drip feeding us mukbang videos that he recorded like 2 years in advance. And then out of nowhere, he just releases a video with a really stupid villain monologue saying it was a social experiment. slowly at a time, he releases a new video making a fool of himself, you know, playing this villain persona. And then eventually, coming back, surprise, I lost all that weight. Saying it was a social experiment. Wow, did he get us all good. He got us all good. Boy, do we look like the fools now. He played us all. You know what's funny though? Like, in Sunny V2's video, breaking down his own video. Actually, I shouldn't even say Sunny V2's. In Nikocado Avocado's own video, he said, like, you know, people don't like him. See, it's not that I don't like him, it's I don't like his character that he has. Like, you know, he's playing a character, his crying and outbursts and, you know, childish behavior, that's a character he plays. The actual person himself, he's not like that. He doesn't behave like that in his own life. Like, he plays a character when he's on screen, scarfing down all that food. So it's that I don't like. I don't like the character he plays. The person himself, yeah, he's a cool guy. It's like how with Uncle Roger, I don't really like Uncle Roger. But the guy playing him, Nigel, yeah, he's cool. When the person is himself, yeah, I like him. But in terms of, like, the character of Uncle Roger, I'm not a huge fan. If I get you 1,000 followers, will you vlog a mile run? Not unless you want to see me huffing and wheezing, just by, like, 3 steps out the door. And, let's be honest, probably not. If I vlog myself on a mile run, that's very easy to dox myself. You know, there was a guy, I saw this video on Instagram, there was this guy who found the tree in that one meme. You know that one meme of that one guy, like, hands together, licking his hands, looking behind a tree? There's a video online of a guy who actually found that tree. So it's like, any picture you take of yourself outdoors, that guy, and if not that guy, someone can find it. So, no. No thank you. The internet is ruthless. You know, where there's a will, there's a way. And if people want to find out where you are, people will do it. So, yeah, let's not do that. I find it crazy that whoever made that comment about if Nikocado Avocado left for a couple years and came back all swole and played the violin again, how much respect he would get. Well, that comment was like half right. He didn't come back completely jacked with huge muscles, but he did lose all that weight. He came back to do mukbangs, so let's hope he works out after all the mukbangs so that he keeps his slim physique, a healthy lifestyle. Let's hope he doesn't go back to all that weight, because, you know, I can imagine losing 250 pounds, that's not easy. Losing weight at all is not easy. The internet is either really bad or really good, you just have to know what you're doing. I mean, I'm shiny hunting Pokemon. Who could I possibly offend right now? Right? What else did I have to talk about? Oh, right, right. Uh, Speaking of not getting canceled, I am really riding that, that line right now. So there was this video that I saw earlier today. It was actually on Piers Morgan. Piers Morgan Uncensored. There was a video that came out. I'm gonna link it down below, because if you haven't seen it yet, you really gotta see it. So, this video has the Critical Drinker as well as Nerdrotic, and they were invited onto the Piers Morgan show, and they were talking about someone who, talking with someone who actually agrees with, all the Disney bullshit pandering. Now, I'm not gonna, say anything, because we all know you get crucified for having an opinion on the internet. All I gotta say is, oh my god, the stuff that guy was saying was so unbelievably hard to listen to. It's just, I can't believe people actually have that mindset out there. And, just saying that alone's enough to get me cancelled. Just know that I agree with everything Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic had to say. Like, if you haven't seen this video, watch it. It is unbelievably painful to hear the takes that some people have. I have eggs, yes? Yeah. Has Trax Twix has the worst takes known to man? No, I would say that's me. Remember, I got called a creep? What else did I have to talk about? What else happened recently? So, I mentioned a couple days ago that school had just started. Everyone's going back to school, and my coworker, it was her first day at college. Like, she just started college. I asked her how to go. She's like, it's fine. It's fun. And also, she gets to sleep in. Because her class is in the afternoon, so she gets to have a full night's sleep. And then she gets to go to class. Sometimes you get lucky with the schedule like that, but sometimes you get unlucky and then you get an 8 a.m. class. Yeah, I had that sometimes. I had classes where they were like 5 in the afternoon, and then I had classes that were like 8 in the morning. So sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. And then she was telling me how one of her friends started like culinary, so cooking, and it was not great to start. And like, that's why I don't want to do culinary school. That's why I don't want to take cooking in school. You have to go in 10 minutes? Alright. Cooking, when you're learning to cook, especially in school, it's not what you'd expect. You don't... Oops. You don't instantly, just hop into the kitchen and you just start cooking. It doesn't work like that. Yes, you do need to learn about, like, food safety, food science, probably other stuff. Might have to go now? That's okay. Thanks for stopping by. So yeah, it's like, when you're learning about cooking, it's not what you'd expect. Alright, good night, thanks for joining. You have to learn about all that stuff. You have to learn about the science behind food, how, the safety of preparing food, storing food. Yes, I know about that stuff, but obviously I don't know everything. But it's like, if I were to do culinary school, if I were to learn about cooking, it would be exactly that again. Like, yes, I know about that stuff. I don't know everything. But I know about that stuff, and I don't want to really waste my time learning about that stuff again. You probably have to learn about, like, the human body as well. Anyone who went to culinary school, correct me if I'm wrong. I imagine you might have to take, like, health class, learn about the digestive system. Because, you know, you're dealing with food, you gotta learn about everything when it comes to food. You probably have to learn about, like, agriculture and farming, where food comes from. It's like, god damn it, I just want to cook, right? Like, that's not why I'm taking cooking from school. That's not what I came here to learn. I came to learn about, like, cooking recipes and techniques. I didn't come here to learn about all that stuff. So that's why I never wanted to do culinary school. Why I never wanted to go to school to learn for cooking. Like, that's just something I don't want to do. If I'm truly desperate, then fine, I'll do it. And then my coworker was also telling me that her friend needed to buy that chef's jacket herself, which is pretty expensive. When I did college, I had to buy my own lab coat. That shit rang up for like $80. And the thing is, knowing my clumsy ass, I lost the first one, so I had to buy a second one. And then later on, I found the first one. So now I have 2 lab coats, which, what am I ever going to do with them? Only use I can think of is, you know, putting on some gloves, putting on a face mask, and dressing up as a doctor for Halloween. Aside from that, I don't see any use for my lab coat anymore. Sign it and sell it to you. Oh yeah, you get my genuine stink from all those years wearing it for school. Yeah, let's face it, you really don't want that. Let's face it, that lab coat's probably a biohazard by now. Well, best of luck to my friends. Or rather, one friend who's my coworker and her friend. Best of luck to them for college. College sucked for me, so if she has a great experience, well, great. Happy for her. At least she had a better experience than I did. How did I get my Twitch name? Originally, I wanted AP, but that was taken, so I had to go with BP. Yeah, that's about it. I was young, I wanted to start, and I just had to think of a random name so I can get started. I wanted AP, but that was taken, so I had to go with BP. Yep, there you go. Yeah, if I was wiser back then, I would have chosen a different name, but because you can't really change your name on Twitch, well, that's how it is. Was that all the eggs? No, I got 2 more. What am I doing? So I'm really hoping to get the shiny Patrat tonight. Because if not, then, oh, see this hunt again in 4 days. It's a pretty cool name. Thank you. I was able to get AP for my Valorant name, but that's about it. Four more minutes. Damn, I had something big to talk about afterwards too. Oh well. Let me just, 1 second. Okay, so the other night when my friends came over, we just really chatted. We didn't really do anything else. Usually when I hang with my friends, we would watch something. We would watch a movie. That's what I expected, but we did not end up doing that. Which, great, because if I did watch a movie with them, then I would have talked about it here. Because I did not watch any sort of, like, new movie, I can talk about a certain something else I talked about recently. So, there was this streaming series that had came out for quite a while. I was supposed to watch it a long time ago, and I finally got around to watching it. So, a couple days ago, I finally watched Knuckles. I finally watched the Knuckles series. I caught up on the 2 Sonic movies, and only thing left for me to catch up on before Sonic 3 was the Knuckles series, so I binged all of it. At first I was gonna watch like 1 or 2 episodes and then, you know, watch the rest like the next night. And then I learned each episode's like 30 minutes long, so they're not that long. So I spent 3 hours and I just binged the whole series. I binged all 6 episodes in one night. And I'm gonna talk about it. So, first of all, if you were to ask me when I was a young kid what I would think a live-action Knuckles the Echidna series would be about, I would not have told you bowling. Yeah, that's completely not what I expected watching this show. I did not expect bowling to be a big plot point, but okay. Alright, so we got 6 episodes to talk about. I got the Wikipedia page pulled up in front of me to give me a reminder of what each episode was. So, first episode titled The Warrior. Ooh, I also see the release dates. Wait, this just came out. Wait a second. Oh no, I'm looking at the Nickelodeon air date, which was August. I'm like, no way it came out last month. No, it came out April 26th. So it came out a couple months ago. Okay, so episode 1 titled The Warrior. The Warrior. We actually got a cameo. We got guest appearances. We got, obviously, Sonic and Tails. We got Maddie and Ozzy. And, yeah, they're only in the first episode. There's no Tom, however. There's no James Marsden. I suppose he was too expensive to bring back for a miniseries. Even as a cameo, he was too expensive to bring back. I am happy, like, I'm very happy now that I've seen it. In hindsight, I'm very happy that they followed Wade for this series. Wade was a background joke character in the movies. What am I doing? There's 2 more Patrats here to hatch. Not paying attention. So I'm very happy that they followed Wade Whipple, because they fleshed out his character way more instead of being a joke background character in the movies, and it makes me like Wade so much more. I think I might like him more than Tom, actually, just because he had so much more development now. Uh-oh, this thing's got red battery. I need to charge my 3DS. Where'd my cord go? I'll charge it in a sec. So we got Adam Pally playing Wade Whipple, and yo, he is amazing. He plays this, I'm sorry to say, imbecile of a character so well. Like, I love Wade now. He is such a great character, and I really hope we at least get to see, like, more of him in the third film. Yes, the movies are more Tom and Maddie territory, but I'm hoping Wade has more screen time in the third film. So, first episode, we see Knuckles attack a bunch of people working on rebuilding the house. Because if you remember in the Sonic 2 movie, Eggman and Knuckles kind of destroyed the house. Oh yeah, before that, Knuckles had a training montage, and Sonic narrates like, who wakes up at the crack of dawn to punch boulders? So we see this montage, not this montage, we see this sequence where Knuckles attacks the construction workers. And it turns out that's not even the first time Knuckles has done this. And then what really had me questioning, like, wait a second, what? It's the trail of Cool Ranch Doritos Knuckles left behind. Goddamn, that bag had a lot of chips in it. It left an entire trail, and Knuckles is just like constantly pouring it into his mouth. Majority of the chips missing. And the bag just didn't end. Just more chips were coming out. How endless is that bag of chips? Can I get chips? Can I get bags of chips with that many inside? I don't understand why chip companies don't fill the bag completely. Why the bag? Like, I get it. The bag is also filled with, I think, CO2, so that the chips don't get stale inside. But like, can't you fill the bag more? Whatever. Blah blah blah. Knuckles doesn't understand Sonic's advice. He kind of turns the living room into like a gladiator match. He abducts the mailman. And then Maddie gets mad. She grounds Knuckles, and then Knuckles sees a ghost of, I forget what his name was. Pachacamic. I had to look that up. Pachacamic. So he sees the ghost of, the old tribe leader, and what's interesting is, like, that's actually a ghost. That is genuinely a ghost, because he made solid objects move. Like, there was really a ghost there. Okay, so Knuckle gets inspired to train a protege, which turns out to be Wade for his bowling match. And they have to go to Reno, Nevada to do the bowling tournament. That's like a very slimmed down little summary of the first episode. Let's see, episode 2 title, Don't Ever Say I Wasn't There For You. Oh yeah, we also get introduced to the villains of the series, which are kind of basic villains. They don't really have names. One of them is named Mason, which I don't even think was ever mentioned in the entire show what his name was. I could be wrong. The other villain's name is Willoughby. At first I was like, haven't I heard the name Willoughby before? Yeah, I believe so. On Doom Patrol. Anyways. Actually, by the end of episode 1, they actually capture Knuckles. And then episode 2, we see Wade try to rescue Knuckles. We get this hilarious sequence where Wade is you know, fantasizing about how awesome his rescue of Knuckles will be. It clearly didn't play out that way. So, something I didn't understand, like, wait a second, what? When Wade freed Knuckles by low-key launching the fisticuff at the cage holding Knuckles, it causes enormous, and I mean enormous, shockwave. So Mason and Willoughby were knocked back. They were knocked unconscious, but Wade being right next to them, also in the immediate blast range, yeah, he's fine. The other two are knocked out, but he's not, for some reason. I'm like, wait a second, how did you avoid any sort of damage from that? So these two bumbling buffoons are actually working for another villain who doesn't even have a name. His name is credited as just the Buyer. He was working for he was also working for Gunn, I think. And then something, I forget his motivation. Oops, put no eggs into the party. He left. So he wants to capture Knuckles for Knuckles' power, to power up his machines, because he's, like, working with the scraps of what Eggman has built, and he wants to power them up with Knuckles' power. The reason that they went after Knuckles and not Sonic or Tails is because Knuckles left Green Hills. I suppose Green Hills is some sort of protected sanctuary that the villains aren't allowed to touch, but the moment someone leaves Green Hills, then it's like, you know, it's hunting season. Anyways, Wade is a wanted felon now, so he needs to lay low. Uh-oh, it's about to die. Let me plug this in real quick. I need to grab the wire. I wonder if this is long enough. Like, just the wire. No extension cord. Yeah. Yeah, this is long enough. There we go. Sorry, I'm just looking something up. Okay, so then, Wade goes home to his mom's house to lay low for a bit. We get to meet his mom and his sister, his super annoying sister. It's like, oh my god, these two act like children. These two adults who are people of the law. His sister Wanda works for the FBI. And then Wade is a small town cop. It's not as impressive as FBI agent, but still, it's respectable. He's a small town cop. But these two act like children. Now, I can't imagine this poor old lady, their mother, Wendy Whipple, having to raise these two alone was very easy. So I can understand, like, she's fed up with them. Anything they do at this point, instead of yelling at them, it's like, oh my god, I can't with these two anymore. Because there was this one scene during dinner where, just out of nowhere, damn near unprovoked, Wanda just stabs his brother in the arm with a fork. Just out of nowhere, just stabs him with the fork, and the mother does nothing. It's like, oh my god, these two, all these years raising these two, are like, nothing they do surprises me anymore. She literally stabbed her brother in the arm with the fork, and it stayed there. It's not like she poked him, it stayed in his arm. You know, no blood, of course, but I imagine probably there was a bit in universe. So she stabbed her brother for no reason, and the mother did nothing. So, what? Okay. Anyways, they have this dinner where I think it's like a Jewish tradition where the candles burn out. I don't know Jewish traditions, so forgive me. And then, you know, bounty hunters come and they try to get Wade. Now, this is once again a case of like movie magic, or in this case, TV show magic. Because I don't know how they did this. There was this like 360 fight sequence of Wanda and Knuckles fighting the burglars. Like the camera just kept on panning, and I don't know how they did that. Because you have Knuckles, who's obviously a CGI character, fighting and interacting with live action props and stuff, like with an actual human actor. He's actually interacting with real stuff there. Like, he's hitting the wall. Like, the cabinet's broken, and then the broken cabinet is hitting the person for real. I don't know how they did that. That is a case of movie magic. Unless all of that was CGI. Like, I wish I knew how that worked when it came to movie magic. And while I'm on the topic of movie magic, let me just say, this series looked really good. For a series and not a movie, the CGI was extremely good. I can tell this had a fantastic budget. That's a problem with Hollywood these days, and not just Hollywood, but gaming as well, where the budget is way too high for very little return. Like, studios and gaming companies, they will pour so much money into a game or movie, Concord, and just not see the return. It's like, where did all that money go for such a shit product? So I can tell this one had a really good and reasonable budget. I mean, they didn't bring back Tom Marsden now, did they? Tom Marsden? James Marsden for Tom. They had this excuse. They had this one-liner saying he's out of town. Hey, at least they threw something in there to explain why he wasn't in the series. But I also was scratching my head, like, they say he's out of town for, like, what, a business, like, work? Like a business trip? They have Sonic. They literally went somewhere with the rings to attend Rachel's wedding. If they really need Tom's advice or Tom to be present, can't they just, like, ring portal him in and then, like, 5 minutes later just ring portal him back? Whatever, right? Just don't think about it. We follow Wade in this show, not Tom. Alright. So, episode 4? Yikes. What happened with episode 4? So Wade wakes up after the night before. he gets captured by his ex-best friend, who was, who kicked him off the bowling team. His best friend was also a bounty hunter, and now that there's a price for Wade's head, he betrays his former best friend and captures him to try to collect the bounty. Now, yikes, what happened here? When I started watching the Knuckles series, the show about Knuckles the Echidna, this is not what I expected to have been in there. We joined this, because Wade gets put into this, electrified cage, and he keeps on trying to break out, and he keeps on shocking himself, so he's, unconscious, near death. He gets taken into, almost purgatory, because purgatory is different for everyone. For Wade, it's a bowling alley. He actually meets Pachacamic, legitimately, and then they do this, weird musical number, which was, very strange. You're telling me I only had 4 eggs in my party, and only 1 hatched just now? Yeah, so there was this music sequence, which was really weird. They had this, cardboard cutout of a generic monster. I'm surprised they didn't do some sort of Easter egg for some sort of, Sonic villain. I'm surprised they didn't do anything like that. What was that one villain's name again? Was it Omega? No, it's not Omega I'm thinking of. What was that one villain called? Well, I forget what his name was. But regardless, why didn't they just make it an Easter egg for one of the Sonic villains? Okay, whatever. So then afterwards, Wade learns how to escape, and I don't know how he escaped. He was touching the electric bars, and then he just flew up out of the cage. How did that happen? Maybe in the cartoon version, you touch the electric bar and then you get shot up in the air. You get the bounce back, and then he just broke out of the roof of the cage and just landed onto the street. Okay, and then he has this genuine sword jousting duel with his friend Jack, Jack Sinclair, where he cuts off his hair. And then after he wins, he rides back to Knuckles at his house. Knuckles didn't help him because he wanted Wade to help himself, to save himself, because that's what being a warrior means. So yeah, Wade does end up saving himself. And, yeah, so then they go to Nevada. Yeah. So episode 5, Reno Baby. Oh, by the way, episode 3 was the Shabbat Dinner. Episode 4 was the Flames of Disaster. Episode 5, Reno Baby, we meet Wade's, deadbeat father. And the moment the moment he was on screen, that face, the voice, the charisma. I instantly recognize that's Cary Elwes, if I'm pronouncing his name right. I even had to look it up too to make sure it was him. And yeah, that was Cary Elwes. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Now, I haven't seen too many projects that he's in, just because, you know, I don't actively go out of my way to watch things that he is in. And the stuff I do watch, he just doesn't really show up in. Like, he doesn't really appear in things that I watch. I know him best as Robin Hood in Robin Hood Men in Tights. Now, if you haven't seen that movie, I highly recommend it. It may be old as hell. It came out in 1993. Jeez, that was over 30 years ago. It may be old as hell, but it really holds up, and it is hilarious. This movie was Scary Movie before the Scary Movie franchise. You know, not parodying other movies, unless you want to say it's parodying Robin Hood. But like, yeah, this movie was Scary Movie before the Scary Movie franchise. It is so hilarious. You know, Blinken was hilarious. So funny. And you also get to see a cameo from a young Patrick Stewart in this film. And I don't mean James McAvoy. Okay, so we meet Wade's father, Pete Reno, and at first he seems genuine, like he's apologetic and has remorse for leaving his son and his family. But I just kind of felt like, yeah, there's like something else. There's something else there. And yeah, there is. Because he actually betrays his own son and his whole family to the villains. To Willoughby and Mason. Because this asshole doesn't want his son to possibly win against him in the bowling tournament. What type of horrible father? First you leave your family, and then you betray your own kids to people who are literally threatening their lives? What type of man? You lucky you played by an actor I like. What I found hilarious was this one line where Pete and Wade were catching up, and then it's like, and that son is the birds and the bees. I'm surprised you actually don't know this by now. It's like, oh no, I do. I just always wanted to have this talk. There's just something so funny about that. Your adult son that you know, abandoned. It's like, he just asked you about the birds and the bees. It's like, oh, I knew about it. I just always wanted this conversation. I don't know, I just found that so funny. Especially when he's just like, I'm surprised you don't already know about this. Oh no, I do. I just always wanted to have this conversation. You know, I never got the birds and the bees talk from my parents. I suppose maybe that's just not a thing Asian parents do. You know, I learned about it in school. I think I learned about it in like 5th or 6th grade, which I think is like too early to learn about it. You know, I feel like high school age is the appropriate time to learn about it, but we all know how teenagers are. So I'm not going to say anything more. So, yeah, that's mostly it for episode 5. The end of the episode, Wade's family gets threatened. What's funny is, like, turn on the 3D. Oh my god. Does that look good? It looks no different on your end. It just... What is this? What is this? Oh, never mind. That's just something on my screen, on my phone screen. That's literally the chat. Never mind. You saw nothing. There's no difference here. There's no difference in 3D here. So when Willoughby and Mason were threatening Wade's family, she's like, do it or I'll kill your sister. It's like, I'm actually pretty okay with that. It's like so funny. And then when it's like, fine, I'll threaten your mom. No, please, I'll do anything. Can you blame him, though? His sister sucks. Literally stabbed him in the arm with the fork for no reason. So it's like, yeah, I don't blame you. It's like, yeah, you can kill my sister, I don't care. My mom, no, I'll do anything. I can't believe these fools didn't realize that Wade would try to warn Knuckles in any way, instead of just being like, alright, stay on the line so we can hear everything you say, and if you try to warn him, your family dies. It's like, you didn't think he could just, like, write on a piece of paper and show Knuckles? Or rather, like, you know, hand signal him? You idiots, why didn't you be like, alright, open video call so we can see everything. Really, people? You that stupid? Whatever. It turns out off-screen, we saw Wade give Knuckles an AirPod, so he actually heard all of it. I actually suspected that Knuckles would simply just pick up on Wade acting weird. And even, you know, Knuckles, as dense as he is in this series, he picked up on it like, Wade Whipple is acting kind of strange. Perhaps his family is being threatened and he's luring me into a trap. Like, I thought Knuckles would have just simply picked up on Wade's strange behavior, but no, he was given an AirPod and he heard it all. So, I have a question that's never gonna be answered. What happened to them? They tried to throw, rings to get Knuckles somewhere, I think. But then the ring was sucking in, and then the other ring was like, you know, the exit. So they both went into the ring, and then both rings collided, and it disappeared. So, like, what happened to them? Where'd they go? We're not meant to know. It's just a way for the show to get rid of the villains to be defeated, and presumed dead. We're not supposed to know what happened to them. And, you know, but I want to know, like, what happened? Where did they go? And I also didn't mention, in episode 1, that poor gun agent at the very end of the episode. They opened a ring portal to the Mushroom Planet, and Mason just kicks the guy into the planet. Remember what Eggman said at the end of the first movie? A lesser man would die here. And yeah, that gun agent is a lesser man than Eggman. So yeah, he more than likely died there. Well, Mason and Willoughby were defeated. Wade's family is safe, and he competes against his father in the bowling tournament. And, well, Wade wins, but then it gets disrupted by a fight, a big CGI fight between Knuckles and the buyer in a giant mechanized suit that kind of looks like the Rhino, but not exactly, you know, without the horn, and also whips. They do take down the buyer. If only they actually gave him a name. Or if they just chose another Sonic villain. I'm actually not too sure how many other, like, human Sonic villains there are. Someone will have to let me know. Obviously, Eggman's the most famous. So, they defeat the buyer. I kind of figured this would happen. Pete tried to escape with the trophy. He tried to steal the trophy and run. Yeah, I kind of figured that would happen. So yeah, that's basically it. I kind of thought at the very end we would see something like Knuckles returning home to Green Hills, and then Maddie's like, "Where were you? I said you were grounded. That means no leaving the house." I kind of thought we would get something like that, but we didn't. Maddie was only in the first episode. You know, they couldn't have her record a voice line for the final episode. Whatever. Yeah, there's the Knuckles series. I also did realize, like, wait a second, they kind of completely changed the purpose of the rings. Like, I didn't really think about it too much. Like, I understand the rings were a collectible in most games, and in some depictions, the ring would power up Sonic's moves, make him stronger whenever he had a ring, and not exactly open up portals. I didn't notice that the Sonic movies are, like, kind of completely changing all of the MacGuffins that Sonic is known for, like the power rings and the Chaos Emeralds, which I still don't know what happened to them. The Chaos Emeralds are one of the biggest playing key points in Sonic. They were just in the Master Emerald, which should not have been the case to begin with. And then the Chaos Emeralds just fly out to God knows where. Like, these are the Chaos Emeralds. Like, the fucking Chaos Emeralds. They need to be more important. Eggman should be trying to get his hands... Can I turn off autofocus? I don't know how to do that. Yeah. Like that? I don't know how to do that. And because I tried to tamper with it, now it's like this. How do I change this? There. Yeah, I'm using my phone. I don't know how to change autofocus. Man, if only we got, like, a movie where Eggman was trying to find the Chaos Emeralds. And Sonic's trying to stop him, because if Eggman got his hands on even one of the Chaos Emeralds, man, the potential. But, you know, that's too expensive. Ideally, that'd be a live-action series, but that's too expensive. Of course, they just did the Knuckles series, but that's more down to earth. That was a freaking bowling show. So it's not Sonic and Eggman fighting over Chaos Emeralds. That's more of a movie thing, but that plot line requires more than just one movie. Yeah, they did the characters mostly justice. Thank God we don't have Ugly Sonic. But, like, damn, there's still so many plot points that they haven't even began to cover. And we're already 2 movies in, and we're about to get the 3rd one. We're still missing a lot of characters, you know. At the moment, we really only have, well, in terms of CGI, 4, 5 if you count Eggman. We have Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, and we're getting Shadow. That's 4 main characters, plus Eggman, that's 5. We're missing a whole ton. Like, where's Amy? Where's Cream? Where's Rouge? And those are only 3 of many other characters. Hopefully we see Metal Sonic, or maybe Silver the Hedgehog, maybe Blaze the Cat. Will we ever see Tickle the Echidna? I have no idea. Probably not. We are getting Gerald Robotnik, who it seems like he's alive in present day. That just shouldn't be the case. But okay, it's a different story. I'm curious to see how that goes. I think I heard somewhere that Gerald Robotnik is also being played by Jim Carrey. I went back to the trailer to look. Like, is that Jim Carrey in a whole lot of makeup? Kinda looks like it, but kinda doesn't. You know, a part of me is also thinking, too, if they were, yeah, if they were just going for, like, Sonic on Earth interacting with human characters, why did they make a new character with Tom? Why didn't they just go with someone like Chris Thorndike? Now, I get it, that'd be copying exactly another show, so they wanted to do something original. So they came up with original characters. But, like, dang. Would have been interesting to see Sonic in live action interacting with Chris Thorndike. That would have been cool to see. Would be cool if we got a cameo, you know? We just see this, like, young boy walk by who Sonic interacts with. It's like, my name is Chris. That would have been cool. Yeah, we're probably not going to get that. Well, if we don't get the shiny today, well, that sucks. Because, there's DLC on the horizon. And I'll be playing that. It's okay, we're in no rush to get these shinies. Oh, you know what? I just got reminded of something else to talk about. So, yesterday, as of playing this, Mr. Beast posted a video that was men versus women survive in the wilderness for $500,000. Now, I'm not trying, I don't want to hear any, like, you know, which gender is better. I'm not trying to hear none of that. The one thing I do want to bring up is the fact that Chandler's in the video. Past couple of videos, Chandler wasn't in the video. So everyone was like, oh my god, where's Chandler? Did he and Mr. Beast fall out? Are they no longer friends? Where's Chandler? Bruh, if people were simply patient, they would learn. Chandler's just working on other videos. While Mr. Beast was filming the cave video, people were like, where's Chandler? Yeah, we see, you know, in the same cinematic universe, the Mr. Beast cinematic universe, elsewhere, yeah, he was just in another video. It's like, people, relax. And I know there's a lot of, like, Mr. Beast heat right now. I'm not trying to get into all of that. In fact, the drama's kind of died down. So, man, how you been? How's school so far? It's been a couple days into the new semester. How's it been for you? I don't really have much else to say. Talked about most of the topics I want to talk about today. I did get a shiny on stream today, so there's that. But, you know, it's not the one I'm currently going for. It's not the one I want. You know, ever since my car accident like 2 months ago, ever since that, every time I drive now, my senses and my attention has just been like hyper focused. Like, I brake much earlier now because I just can't have that happen again. But I'm also super paranoid now too. Like, every time I'm braking, I always like am paranoid. Oh my god, am I braking too fast? Is the car behind me gonna crash into me? Like, I'm so paranoid now that I'm driving. And ever since then, it's like, man, I'm kind of tense when I'm in my sister's car, like when she's driving. There's a reason my mom doesn't like it when she's in the car with my sister, because my sister is pretty extreme when it comes to driving. She really pushes the acceleration. So my sister goes fast, and then she stops on a whim, and it's like, oh my god, like, I'm not the one in control anymore. Like, not anymore. I'm not the one currently in control behind the wheel. But it's like, God, please. I just don't want to go through that again. So now I kind of understand, like, where my mom comes from, where she just can't be in the car when someone else is driving. Like, she has to be in control. Why can't I get one with blue eyes? Please, one more shiny. Please, I just need one more. One more, and that's all I need. What's my phone battery at? 63%. That's fine. I mean, I don't have to hatch only 4 boxes today. I can hatch more. How many did I hatch so far? I already hatched 3 boxes, so I have ideally 1 more to do. I could do 2 more. You know, I don't really have anything else to do. There's spit on my screen. Like, it would be really great if I got the shiny today. Because like I said, there's DLC on the horizon. And I already said too, like, whenever I get the second shiny, I will just hatch the remaining eggs on my own. Because I already got what I needed. I don't need to waste your time, and hatch the rest. So, if I were to get the shiny today, I would hatch the remaining eggs on my own, and then I would collect eggs of Pansage for next time. Like, it would be perfect if I got the shiny today. So please, please! Man, tomorrow's already Monday. You know, it's actually pretty cold these days because it's September now. It's no longer summer. School has started. It's pretty cold and it feels great. But it's not cold enough yet because I still find spiders in the house. It's not cold enough yet. I'll be truly relaxed when I no longer see any of them little shits anymore. Same goes for house centipedes too. You know, I've been seeing a lot of spiders and like the same kind of spiders, kind of like almost like a yellow tan kind of color. I've been seeing a lot of spiders on my door net outside of my backyard. Like the door to lead to my backyard, there's this like net to, you know, keep the bugs out, but also let the door open, let some air in. Whatever that net thing is called. I've been noticing a lot of spiders on that lately. Especially at night. Why that thing specifically, I don't know. No shame in feeding didn't reply when I asked how school was going, so I assume he's not here anymore. He really does just pop in, say hi, and then bounce. It's okay. You know what would be great to have right now? AirPods, so that I could watch and listen to something as I'm doing this. But I don't have AirPods because I don't trust myself with them. And also because they're expensive too. Something that small, fragile, and expensive in my hands is just no. Yeah, it's just no. So yeah, I don't have AirPods. Unless someone gifts them to me, I just won't ever buy them for myself. Because I just simply don't trust myself with them. So I will never go out of my way to actually pick them up. I had a friend of mine ask me, like, bro, how do you, like, listen to stuff in public? Like, if you're on the bus, how do you just, like, listen to things and pass time on, like, the bus? I'm just like, I don't? I just simply don't listen to stuff in public? Unless I kind of, like, play it out loud at a very small volume. I just don't watch or listen to stuff in public? I know nowadays that's, like, unheard of actions before. I mean, if I'm not watching something or listening to something in public, I usually have Pokemon Go open to, you know, keep my attention span focused on something. Oops. Let me just try to recenter this. I'm just hatching more Minior eggs on the side. I gotta hatch all these green ones, get rid of them, and then breed for the blue one. The light blue core, which is different from the indigo core. Wouldn't it be funny, say something like, I got shiny indigo and violet Minior in the indigo disc in my violet game. Well, that'd be kind of funny. Because I was talking with someone on Discord about the Minior colors before I started the hunt. The person said, you know, you can find indigo and violet here, and I'm just like, or whatever. He said indigo and violet, and I'm just like, you talk about the core colors or you talk about the game? You know, indigo disc, Pokemon Violet. Well, like, which one are you talking about? Or are you talking about the Minior colors? That wasn't it, right? That's not all the eggs? Oh no, it was. Whoops. I chose withdraw. Are you guys out there drinking water as well? Staying hydrated? You know, I'm really hoping that I don't get a second shiny Minior of the same color, because I don't want to phase. I don't like phasing. Like, I want to get all the colors of Miniors shiny in a row. I don't want two of the same thing. Like, back to back. That's why whenever I get a shiny Minior out of the eggs, every time I hatch more eggs, I save the game before. Just in case it is shiny. So if it is, I just restart, and I save the shiny egg for later on. So I don't hatch it, you know, so it doesn't break it all up. It doesn't break up me hatching all of them in a row. And speaking of hatching shinies, I would love to hatch a certain shiny with blue eyes, please. Please be shiny, I beg you. It would be really great to get the shiny tonight. Let me think. What number of eggs are we on? We did three full boxes so far. So previously we've hatched 12. That means 15. 15 times 30. 450. We still are not at odds yet. Odds is 1 in 512. To reach odds, we would need to hatch just about 18 boxes. Or actually, just over 17 boxes, I should say. 17 times 30, that's 510. And then 2 more eggs, that's 512. So until I hatch 17 boxes plus 2, I'm not at the odds yet. I already got my shiny for the first 512. So I can expect I can expect a shiny anywhere from now until egg number 1024. And I will do this until I get that second shiny. And then I move on to the other 7 remaining. I do like doing this. I am happy to do this. I do like shiny hunting. You know, this is why it would be nice if people actually watched me as I did this. Once I run out of topics to talk about, I could have a chat with the chat, but nobody watches me. The people who did start watching me had to leave because I assume they have to go to bed for school, because school did just start up. Can you guys believe that stores are already selling Halloween stuff? It's barely a third into September. You know, Halloween stuff gets sold in stores September 1st. I heard that people have already gone to like the dollar store to preparation buy for trick-or-treat candy. I think it's a little excessive, but you know what? Just to be prepared, right? May as well get it ahead of time and not have to think about it later on. But then everyone has that mentality, so then everyone goes in early to get it, and it's all sold out. Ah yes, Halloween, the time of giving away high fructose corn syrup. You know, I didn't mention this yet. Last night, I essentially cried myself to sleep. Not because of anything you might be thinking of, just because of how much I miss Billy. It's already been over 4 years since he passed. I think about him every day. I, remember him every single day. And that's no exaggeration. Every single day I think about him. Sometimes at night, I think about him so much I start tearing up at the fact that he's really gone. One day I'll join him, but that's not today. I say that as if I really believe I'll be joining him. Joining them. Why did my Violet game just say an outbreak disappeared when it's not even midnight yet? No, my Switch clock is on, so the time is correct. It's not midnight. It's 11:37 p.m. Whoops. You know, I never actually counted. How many laps around Prism Tower does it take to hatch an egg? I know it differs from egg to egg. You know, like some Pokemon species, they take more steps to hatch. I'm talking specifically about Patrat right now. Kind of curious how many laps around the tower it takes. I'm gonna count that right now. These steps don't count. To get out there, it doesn't count. Okay. So every time we pass this first yellow statue thing, that's a lap. I hope I don't mess up counting. We have plenty of opportunities if we do. Alright, 1. Two. I hope I don't have some eggs that have a couple more steps taken than the others. 3. 4. And also guess how close you are to the middle also is an effect. Because like the closer you are to the tower, the less steps you take. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. I have eggs, right? Okay, good, I do. We're at 10 laps so far. 11. Okay, so it takes about 11 laps around Prism Tower to hatch eggs. Wow, I liked it better when I wasn't paying attention. Because actually counting how many laps it took, that takes quite a long time. And given the fact that I have Flame Body right now to, I think, half that distance, that's still a lot. 11 laps. Without Flame Body, I would be doing like 22 laps around the tower to hatch one batch of eggs. What would happen if I did 2 streams at once? Would one turn off? Obviously, I'm doing this on my phone right now. What would happen if I went onto OBS and I just hit start streaming? I imagine one would turn off. Okay, and that is 4 boxes. But I think what I'm gonna do, just because I really want to get this shiny tonight. Did I just say want? I really want to get this shiny tonight. I think I'm gonna do 1 more box, but I'm going to use the bathroom first. So I'm gonna BRB. And yes, I'm gonna turn off the stream and turn it back on, just so there's not like 2 or 3 minutes of filler. So, BRB. Okay, I'm back. When I went to pee, it was 11:45. Now it's 11:51. Primarily another reason why I turned off stream so I could use the bathroom was so that I also could send a postcard from Pokemon Go into my Violet game, because I hadn't done that yet today. I thought I would be done this before midnight tonight, but, you know, before I hadn't decided to do 5 boxes instead of 4. I also had to turn off all the lights in the house because my dad has this obsession with turning the lights on in the house and never turning them off. He believes that if the lights are on, the house is bright and lit up, that would bring good luck in. I'm not about all that superstitious crap. The way I see it, the lights being turned on just wastes power and racks up the electricity bill. You know, when I was younger, I was afraid of the dark. When I'm older, I'm afraid of the electricity bill, so I thrive in the dark. So yeah, my dad is obsessed with turning on lights and never turning them off, so I need to turn them off. You know, if my entire family's in the living room and I'm here doing this, why do the upstairs lights to me need to be on? You know, it's primarily the upstairs lights. Because at nighttime, majority of the family's downstairs in the living room, or my dad and his friends in the basement. Yeah, they usually leave the lights on. So if everyone's downstairs, why do the upstairs lights need to be on if nobody's upstairs? Just wastes power. So I have to constantly turn the lights off. You know, OBS having a windowed option is a blessing, because I can have one screen, shiny hunting, and then another screen just keeping an eye on the stream, making sure it's fine, didn't crash or anything. I'll do one more box and then I'll call it for tonight. Afterwards, I will, of course, have to combine both of these parts before posting. Normally, that would have taken all night, but now that I have a PC, it's no problem at all. I don't have to worry about my laptop overheating when exporting a video, especially one that's like 3 hours long. And I don't have to worry about the wait time, too. Because beforehand, if I were to do something like that, if I were to export something like 2 to 3 hours long on my laptop, it would have taken like 2 to 3 hours, sometimes more. Sometimes I would have to leave my laptop on overnight and occasionally wake up just to check on the progress. You know, once it's done, I could turn off my laptop and let it rest for the night instead of leaving it on the whole night, exporting a super long video. But now that I have a PC, it's light work. I can just export, takes a couple minutes. I don't have to worry about any sort of like overheating or how long it'll take. And it only cost me $2,000. Oh my god, I keep replacing the eggs in the party. How many boxes of eggs do I have ready? 27. That means 810 eggs. So hopefully, within those 810 eggs, where the odds are 1 in 512, I have 2 of them shiny. But that's not 1,024. So there's a chance that all of these... There's only one shiny. What am I using to hold down the D-pad? My finger? I mean, it's 11 laps around Prism Tower. It doesn't take that long. And besides, it's not viable to have something holding down the button for me. Because, you know, once I hatch the eggs, I gotta go back to the Pokemon Center, collect more eggs. Because if I had something permanently holding it down, I would have to remove it and then put it back on. Shake my head. Could be a shiny... Could be... What? Shake my head. Could be shiny hunting on a Switch. Boy, you say that as if I'm not. You think I'm not? I genuinely am. I got a shiny on my Switch as I did this today. I don't think you heard me when I said I have the stream up and I have a windowed monitor. Like, boy, you think I'm not? Of course I am. You know me by now. Of course I'm shiny hunting on both systems. I literally just don't have any idea how to show you guys both screens. If I had a capture card in my 3DS, that wouldn't be a problem. Whoops. Anyways, like, yeah, you think I'm not? Of course I am. But the coin trick with the circle pad, I tried it. Yeah, it's not great. Which just means I didn't do it properly. But it's like, how much effort is it for me to just hold down one button? Too much? Yeah, you're right. I will change my ways. I have seen the light. Let me go get a dime. Whoops. Didn't mean to hit that. So how you been? How's school? Sucks. Look at that, he actually answered this time. Hang in there, brother. Before you know it, school will be over. You'll be years behind. Wait. You'll be years after school is over. I tab out a lot. I figured. Fake fan. Nah, I'm kidding. Like, I get it. It's not the most exhilarating gameplay. Also, I may have made a terrible financial mistake, but I guess that's part of the program at this point. What did you do this time? I too made bad financial mistakes recently too. I bought 2 more U2s earlier today. I bought the Joker and Morgana U2s today. Shits are $30 USD a piece. And then when you convert that to Canadian, and then it's $10 for shipping. I got no choice for that. If I want it, I gotta fork over the change for shipping. Yeah, that's way more than $60 if it's, you know, $30 a piece. I don't want to think about it, but it's uber rare and sold a bunch of stuff. Wait, yeah, sold a bunch of stuff to buy, so I'm not ruining my budget for school. I mean, fair enough. I bought something super rare for at the time, a high price, but now looking back, it's like, wow, what a steal. I bought the shiny Genesect Rumble U figure for $80. And it's still sealed as well. Ah, you remember that? At the time, we were all clowning on me, like, bro, you spent $80 for a puny little plastic figurine. Now looking back, it's like, god damn, what a steal. Because I ain't seen no more listings be put up on eBay. Certainly not for 80 bones. How much are they going for now? Way more than 80, I can say that. Especially sealed. The shiny Genesect was already extremely rare. And to find one that's sealed for a mere $80? Yeah, you're just not going to find that these days. I haven't opened it. It's still sealed. I still have it. One day, I will complete the rest of the collection and literally just collect the rest of the figures. Oh, that shiny Pikachu and Eevee figure is going to be expensive. Sure as hell won't find those for $80. I remember asking one of my collection servers, and they said the last one sold for like 150 or something. Probably more at this point. Haha! All y'all punk asses were clowning on me before for spending 80 on a figurine. Well, guess what? It was a steal at that... Wait, what? At this point, it's a steal. Sure, they may have cost like $5 when they were being sold, but like... That was then. We're talking about now. And I recognize that those figures are basically useless without the game. So one day I do plan to buy the game. Not like that's easy to find. And the more time that passes, the harder it will be to find. One day. I'll deal with it later on. Collection hobby has gone crazy in the past years, so stuff like Pokemon figs will probably hold value for a long time. Excellent. Wait, that's not excellent in terms of me buying it. In terms of what I do already have, excellent. Stonks. Which I know nothing about. Absolutely nothing. It's equivalent to my knowledge on PCs. Anyways, you're up late. No class tomorrow? Or are you one of the lucky few who have classes in the afternoon so you can get a full night's sleep? I remember those days. I don't miss those days, and I will be very unhappy when I go back to those days at some point in the distant future. I now need to release all of the mini ores I hatched in order to make room. My game is kind of running out of space because I just have that many shinies. The same thing happened with my shield game. I just ran out of space to hold all my shinies. Do I go for a 6th box tonight? Because I really want the shiny tonight. I mean, what else am I gonna do, right? We'll see. You acting like it can't take... Wait. You acting like it can't take, like, the next 2 years if it wanted to. True. But it shouldn't. Statistically, it shouldn't. Because these are the best odds there is in this game. Wait, that's not true. They're still, what's it called? Chaining, I think. Yeah, I don't know how to do that, so that's why I'm doing this. Look, I just never shiny hunted in these games before, okay? So I don't know the method. I don't know how to do the method. Chaining gets as low as 1 in 60. Great! Watch me not utilize it. Besides, I'm not in a rush. Well, at this very moment I am, but overall, I'm not in a rush to get these shinies. Time to learn. Even if I did learn, there's only be a handful of shinies I would hunt with it. DLC is Tuesday? What do you mean Tuesday? Ah, Tuesday as in... That's tomorrow. Yeah, you're right. It's past midnight now, so it's... Yeah, it's past midnight now. It's Monday. And today's the 9th. Now it's the 9th. We're 10 minutes into the 9th. Am I gonna stream it day 1? Probably. Are you going to watch me stream it day 1? You know, with school and you playing the game yourself. Yeah, I figured probably not. Well, it's okay. The VOD is always there for you to, well, never watch it. But it's there if you ever want to. That's what the channel's for. I post things there for archive purposes. I clearly don't post them for views. They're posted there for archive reasons. Alright, I got 3 more Minior colors to breed for. And then after I'm done this Minior hunt, I'm probably just gonna finish my Fion hunt. I tried for that before this hunt, I didn't end up getting it. So I'll probably finish that hunt afterwards. Especially because I like giving little tidbits as you play. God knows I don't listen to those. Anyways, like, if you want, I can wait a day to play it so that you can. And then you can give me those little tidbits. Eh, it's up to you. Nobody's, you know, begging me. Nobody's scratching at their necks waiting for me to play the game. To play the DLC. I don't imagine it's going to be a very long DLC anyways, right? I imagine like just a handful of hours and I'll be done. Then again, do I know what game I'm playing? Maybe like 20 to 30 hours. I was expecting 10, but okay. Maybe more since Remake added content. Oh, I was expecting like 10 hours. Well, that's okay. Content. Also, a lot of it is combat. We all know I suck at combat. Let's face it, that's true. I'm bad with the game's combat. Let's just be honest. Alright, time to make a sandwich so that I can get some eggs. I realize out of context that makes no sense. You know, I also mentioned this earlier today before you joined. So I tried the honey green tea bubble tea earlier today. Remember I told you I didn't want to get it because I can easily just make it at home? But out of curiosity and bad judgment, I decided to give it a try, and it's exactly what we expect. It's exactly just that. Honey and green tea. I absolutely could have just made that at home. But instead I paid like $6 for the drink. Well, YOLO, right? May as well tried it out of curiosity before I die. And now that I've tried it, I will never need to try it again. Because it's literally just honey and green tea. I could have added toppings. Or until I forget about it. My goldfish memory. I honestly, like, you know, could have added toppings to spice up the drink, but I don't like to, you know, chew my drinks. I don't want my drinks with obstacles in it. When I order boba, I don't order toppings. I don't even order ice because, you know, the drink's already cold. Without ice, I get more beverage and I don't get water to eventually, you know, dilute it. So yeah, whenever I order boba, I'm a basic bitch. I order no ice, no toppings. Majority of the time I order half sugar, unless I'm feeling very fat. I get like 80 sugar. You know, I order like 80 sugar or even like 100% sugar for my sister since she's skinny as hell. Gotta fatten her up a bit if she wants kids. You know, given how cheap her husband is and given how, you know, my sister is, I can't wait to see the two of them handle kids. How the two of them are gonna raise a kid. Gotta go on that zero sugar grind. But the point of drinking boba is a sweet drink. A friend of ours actually does get zero sugar because he thinks it's flat out just sweet enough. I'm just like, boy, you crazy? Given how thin you are, man, your ass ought to be getting 100% sugar. But I digress. So yeah, I can't wait to see my sister and her husband deal with kids, how they're gonna handle it. Now, I don't know how my brother-in-law is with, you know, his mindset on kids. Like, how his parents raised him, that I don't know. I can only imagine how my sister would be, given how she inherited her personality from the parents. Because my mom and dad were pretty polar opposite when it came to raising us. My dad would, you know, smother us with love, and then my mom is like, leave me alone. In a way, it's like, imagine this. Imagine a small child got like a paper cut and they're crying to their mom like, Mom, I got a paper cut. My dad would, you know, welcome us into his arms like, it's okay, don't cry, everything's alright, it's just a small injury. This will make you stronger. And then my mom's like, get off me, go away. Grow up, it's just a small cut, you little baby, go away. So I wonder how my sister's gonna do that. Me, I would absolutely be how my dad was. You know, I would care for my kid until it stops crying. But my sister, she would likely be like, go away. Get off me. Stop crying on me. It's just a small paper cut. You'll live. Now go away. Go do your homework. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. I am so ready to see that unfold. Like, will my sister actually embrace the kid into her arms as, you know, like maybe a temper tantrum or whatever? Or will she actually be like, it's a small injury, you'll live. Stop crying. Good parent, bad parent. And then who can forget the story about how I told my grandma, you know, dealt with us when we were younger. Remember, I mentioned before that I had completely forgotten that she had did this, or she did do this. It was a dormant memory in me. Whenever my sister and I, we had tantrums, we got upset and cried, what my grandma would do is she would pull out a bench, make us sit in the corner, give us a towel to hold, and be like, go on, keep crying. Use that towel to wipe up your tears. Keep on crying. Like, sit there and cry all you want. Use that towel to wipe up your tears. And then when we would calm down and begin to stop crying, she'd be like, I don't hear crying anymore. Keep on crying. I don't see tears anymore. Man, I completely forgot my grandma did that. Well, that's my grandma. My grandpa did nothing of the sort. So you can see where my mom got it. And then you can see where my sister got it. Or tough parent, caring. Tough parent, caring parent is more accurate. You know, something that, something else, like the way that my dad raised me, is definitely a result of the way my grandpa raised him. I don't know if you guys knew this story. My dad and grandpa weren't too close growing up. My grandpa was pretty strict with my dad. So my grandpa would, like, you know, never buy any toys that my dad wanted. Like, ever. And that's why growing up, my dad basically never said no to me. Like, every time we went to Walmart or wherever to shop, I would always, you know, as a kid, look at the toys and I would always buy something. My dad never said no. My dad would buy absolutely everything I ever wanted. Same goes with, not just like, you know, the cheap $1 or $2 toys. The same goes for, like, expensive stuff too. Like a brand new cell phone or a gaming console. And yes, that means my dad absolutely spoiled me. It did lead to other kids growing up calling me rich, because I had basically everything. Anything I asked for, I had it. So I grew up being called spoiled and rich. And at the time, I thought, okay, maybe I am a little spoiled, and maybe my family does have money, because I keep on getting everything I ask. It wasn't until I grew up and I learned the real reason why my dad never said no to me, and that's because of, you know, Grandpa. Well, that's box number 5. Let's do one more, because screw it. I got nothing else to do. I already washed the dishes tonight. It's 12:22 a.m. It's not that late. One more box, and then for sure I'm gonna go. You know, I don't know how Grandma raised my dad. I have absolutely no idea. If my dad and Grandpa had a rough relationship, I really don't know how the relationship was between my dad and my grandma. A part of me doesn't want to ask, because it might bring up bad memories, given Grandma died like 30 years ago. But then again, it's like, you know, it's like, I wonder how my dad feels about, like, his kids never knowing about his mom, right? It's like if I had kids one day and they never asked, Dad, how was Grandma like growing up? It's like, They just never asked that, so I would never share with them how my mom was. You know, I'm afraid to ask my dad because it might bring up bad memories. But then again, it's like, you know, I would like to know. I'm also afraid that he'll explain everything to me in Chinese, which I would barely understand. He'll say something that grandma did, and then it's like, yeah, what? What did she do? I didn't understand what you just said there. He would have to explain to me in that thick-ass Chinese accent of his. No, I'm just now thinking. With basic math, it takes 11 laps around the tower to hatch 5 eggs. So one box with 30 eggs, that means 6 batches. So 11 times 6, I would need to go around this tower 66 times to hatch 1 box of eggs. It's not bad. Could be worse, could be double that. You know, my sister is planning her honeymoon schedule right now. You know, I never really thought about it that way. She and her husband are gonna go to Paris. They're gonna go to Paris for their honeymoon for a week. I never really thought about like having to plan out your day every day. Because past couple of days, actually past couple of weeks I should say, she's been looking up areas and locations nearby. Wow, that voice crack. Looking up areas and locations nearby her hotel, like what's walking distance, what's a fun place like close enough to drive to, like planning out her days on what to do during her honeymoon. I never really thought about it like that. Well, we shall see if I ever end up on a honeymoon. That is so many years away. If that even happens. Did you hear how I mentioned earlier I downloaded Hinge? Their whole motto is designed to be deleted. We shall see. Well, let's see if that's the case. I can't exactly If it doesn't work out, I can't exactly ask for a refund since the app is free. It's like, I demand my time back. I'm wasting my time on your app. I demand my time back. I demand a time machine so I can go back and never even bother using it. You know, there is something that I tried to hunt in X and Y a long time ago. I just never actually saw it through. I tried to get a shiny Hone Edge. I just never did. You know, favorite color is red, and I do love swords. Shiny Hone Edge and Doublade is perfect for me. I know Eternal Radiant's favorite shiny is Aegislash, but, you know, it's just not the same. There's less red. Hey, now that I got the shiny charm, maybe I can, you know, revisit that hunt, like a decade later. It's certainly, you know, certainly worse than someone's like 8-year prolonged Bidoof hunt. Oh, look at that. It's already 12:31. I'll be honest, I still need to buy the DLC, which comes out technically tomorrow since it's past midnight now. I still haven't even bought the DLC yet. I keep on meaning to, and then I keep on forgetting. Oh my god, we're nowhere near done the 6th box. I think this box was a mistake. I wanna be done. Oh, I'm already determined to finish this box. Let's do it. I want that shiny, don't I? You gotta work for it. You know, I completely forgot I was breeding for eggs on the side. Oops. You know, I wonder what my family thinks about me being in here. Normally, I'm in this room for a couple hours, like silence except for me talking. But now they hear that, but then this exact same song playing for those same couple of hours. So I wonder what my family thinks. What they think is going on in here. Like, he's talking for a couple hours again, but this time there's actually music for some reason. You know, it's already been 3 hours since I started doing this. I started at 9:30 p.m. It's now 12:35 a.m. God, what am I doing with my life? I'm going for a digital rat with blue eyes. That's what I'm doing with my life. Am I sure Hinge was a good idea? Ugh. You know, I'll just say this now. If I hatch the remaining eggs I have and none of them are shiny, then I will collect 512 more eggs. And ideally, one of them should be shiny. If not, this game is rigged. We are now halfway done with this last box for tonight. Wait, doesn't that mean after this box we would have hatched 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wait a second. How many eggs has that been now? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we just hit odds. Like, with the first 2 eggs of this box, we just hit 512 odds. And we did technically get 1 shiny out of those 512 eggs. Okay, so now we're moving on to the next 512 eggs, which well, I don't have. Hopefully within these next couple hundred eggs, one is a shiny, please. When is Pokemon Bank dying? It should have died months ago, but they prolong the system's connectivity. Don't jinx it now. Don't put that into the universe. If I can't get these shinies before bank closes. So, like, Pokemon are perma-stuck in pre-switch. Yeah. I hope they realize if Pokemon Bank loses all connectivity with the Switch, that means the first 7 generations are completely cut off from being connected to the future games whatsoever. Unless they plan out some sort of new system, they will be cut off completely. The first 7 games. The first 7 generations. Is it realistic for Pokemon to keep one service on a one-day ancient system alive for the rest of time? Not really. Is that their only option at the moment? Yeah, kinda. So, like, we'll have to see what happens. They have 2 options. Actually keep the system alive forever, or they don't. And I think we all know which option they're gonna pick. At this point, it's just inevitable. It's hard now to do something about, because 3DS is already dead. Yep. Unless fans will come together and say, we'll do it ourselves and, you know, build up our own server for the 3DS to connect to. You know, kind of like the DNS exploit. Fans developed, I think, their own server to connect to, which can connect to the events. I don't exactly know how it works. If they did beforehand, maybe could do some custom software. But you need a homebrew Switch and 3DS. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. For fan stuff. I did see a video recently, and I shared it to you too. If you have a hacked Switch, you can play emulated DS games, like the ideal way. It does look cool, but do I really want to buy a whole ass other Switch just to do that? It's like, why do you need to buy another Switch? Well, wait, this is a 3DS. I don't want to do that with my actual Switch, my current Switch, because I want to keep that pure, untouched. Well, I'm clearly not going to do that with my OLED Switch. That thing is just too sexy to be tampered with, and I highly doubt I can do that with the Switch Lite. But you can do that with your phone. Yeah, that emulator app thing came out a while ago. I actually haven't tried it out yet. Been too busy shiny hunting in genuine games. Hold on, let me just real quick. We have 2 more batches of eggs to hatch. So once this box is done, that'll be it for tonight. Don't count on me hatching 6 boxes a night again. This was just circumstantial. You should hook up controllers to it. My phone? I don't know how to do that. You know me with technology. I'm very behind. I'm 10 years late on getting a PC. I didn't get a PS4 until damn near the system was dead. I got a PS4 just as I forget if it was just as the PS5 was announced or releasing. Like not long before that, like maybe a year before the PS4 came out. What? I got a PS4 maybe like a year before the PS5 came out. And God, that was so many years ago at this point. I'm acting like that was something recent. Nah, that happened in high school. And my ass graduated college by now. having failed 3 times. Man, remember what I said earlier about my dad saying yes to everything? Yeah, that happened as well. Because when the PS4... See, the reason I bought a PS4 was because Spider-Man PS4, and then they released the Spider-Man Red PS4 edition, and I'm just like, God damn, that's sexy. I would very much like to have it. So I asked my dad, like, what would you think? What would you think if I asked you to, you know, if I asked for a whole nother gaming system? And my dad, being my dad, he said yes. Very reluctantly, very unhappily, he said yes. Alright, once these eggs are hatched, just one more group of eggs and then done for tonight. Oh, the amount of time it's going to take to render these 2 parts together. You know, the longer I play, the more footage there is to combine, so it'll take longer to export. You know, it's light work for the PC now, but that still doesn't mean it's going to be quick. It could still take like an hour to export, and well, it's already almost 1 in the morning. I mean, it's okay. I could just export it tonight. My computer will sleep after a certain amount of time, and then I could just upload it in the morning. Well, I completely botched that picnic and the amount of eggs I could have gotten from it. Normally, if you do a picnic correctly, you can get an average of like 60 eggs, so about 2 boxes worth of eggs. And I got, well actually, that's not bad. I got 58, so I'm 2 eggs short, even after botching it. That's not bad, actually. I was expecting way worse. Buddy, are you still watching? It's like 1 in the morning nearly. You don't have class in the morning? Assuming you're still here, that is. Alright, last 5 eggs and then I can go. You know, I've been sweating here this whole time. Because it's pretty warm in this room despite it being a lot cooler outside now. You know, I would take off my shirt so I can cool down, but occasionally, you know, there's a reflection here. So it's like, yeah, let's not risk that. Open a window, it's like 1 in the morning. Or door. Yeah, the door would probably be a good idea now, wouldn't it? Whoops. Alright, last 5 eggs for tonight. Please. Sir, please. My stomach just growled. It's like 1 in the morning and my stomach is growling. You know what I still have yet to do? I don't know when I'm ever going to do this. I could never do this. When am I ever just gonna wake up in the middle of the night and just like take my car and drive out to buy something to eat and then come back? My family's gonna all be woken up. They're gonna be concerned. Like, where did you go at like 4 in the morning? Oh, I went to McDonald's. I was feeling hungry, so I went to McDonald's. I got a Big Mac. Got a large Sprite. They're just like, son, you had us worried. You snuck out of the house at like 4 in the morning for McDonald's? You know, normal parents would assume like, oh man, my kid just snuck out in the middle of the night. They're meeting someone shady. They're doing drugs. And then you got my ass here. It's like, oh no, I just went to get a Big Mac because, you know, I was feeling peckish. So I went out to get a snack. And plus, you probably got food at home anyways. Well, I always also wanted to try that thing Patrick did. Hooray! 3 a.m. just pulls out a burger. I've always wanted to try that too. I know that's extreme fat guy talk, but leave me alone. Bruh, if I did that, my parents would be like, and you got nothing for us? I feel like my dad might do that. Like, he'd be pretty pissed, but then he'd be like, so you didn't bring anything for us? No fries? Since we're already up, and you're taunting us with this food, you didn't bring anything for us? I mean, you know, let's face it. How would you feel if your kid did that? They just, in the middle of the night, left and then just came back with food afterwards. Like, what would you think as a parent, right? You'd be pretty concerned too. Especially if your kid never done something like that before. And also because, like, you know, I have dogs. So even if I wanted to sneak out, the moment I open the door, my dogs would start barking. I thought I'd raise a kid to at least bring me back some food. Son, make sure if there's anything you ever learn from your old man, let it be this. If you ever sneak out at 3 a.m. for food, bring me back something too. Alright, come on. I think there's one more egg after this. Can I please get... There's no shiny. Never mind. Ignore what I said. There's no final egg. Clearly, I can't count. Yeah, there's no final egg. Give me a break. I've been doing this for 3 hours. I'm tired. It's nearly 1 in the morning. It's called empathy, or bribing us to be less mad. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. More than... At this point, it's like 3.5 hours of me doing this. No shiny. 3.5 hours, 6 boxes, 6 times 30. That's like... 360 eggs? 360 eggs, no shiny. What am I doing? I don't have any more eggs on me. Well, unfortunately, that's just how shiny hunting is sometimes. Several hours, several encounters, no shiny. That's just how it is sometimes. Okay, I'm done for tonight. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye now.